Hey everyone, Jay Johnson from Outdoor Adventures. It's getting that time again. Start working on your bow, getting ready for bow season that's coming up. So, just want to point out a couple things what you need to do before the season start. Hey, take your bow to a good archery shop, get you some new strings and cables. Because if you've been shooting those cables and strings for the last 2 years, according to how much you shoot it, you probably want to go ahead and change those out. Make sure you oil your bow up a little bit, especially the cams, so there's no squeaking. Make sure everything on there is tight, and but your archery shop should be able to help you out with that. But if you're, you do a lot of work on your bow like I do, so you have the tools, you can do that. So in a minute, we're going to get a close up here, and I'm going to show you some of the tools that I have that I use to keep my bow in good shape. Let's take a look at our bow case. Got a couple things in here. Got our bow stand. This is for sitting it up in your blind so you don't have to hang on to your bow all the time. This is an arm guard. Keeps your clothing out of the way so you don't have your string pulling on your clothes. I shoot with gloves at times, so I practice with both gloves and no gloves. This is my dope book. Now, I use this book as a quick reference that I've already set up before I went out to the field, and I'm pretty confident and I know exactly my point of aim and everything. So I keep this with me at all times, quick reference. Of course, I have my bow tool in case I need to make some adjustments or tighten something up. I've got my rangefinder, basic rangefinder. I think it goes out to about 800 yards. I don't think I'll be shooting that far with my bow. And I got my quiver. Now, this quiver I leave on my bow when I'm shooting. It's highly rubberized. It helps with vibration. I like to keep it with me while I'm out there because if I have to leave the blind and go do a follow-up shot, I don't leave my arrows back there, so I take them with me. So of course I got my Hogue sight, drop away rest, peep sight on the bowstring. Just remember before you get out there and start the season, put some oil on your cams, or basically take it to your archery shop and let those guys do it if you don't do it yourself. A little oil on your cam, a drop of that. You can just use some Rem oil, or there's specific oil for this that you can use. And, just kind of make sure everything is nice and tight on it. If you shoot a lot, especially over the summer, you probably need to replace your cables and everything and your string. I try to replace mine every 2 years. That's what they recommend. So the other thing here is arrows. Now, these are pretty thin, small fletchings on them. I've got a Luminox on here, so I prefer red. So when I release this, it glows, and I can see the deer running off in the woods or whatever I'm shooting at. I use expandable broadheads. These are kind of old. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but here's my cutting edge. And as long as this portion right here is pushing on something, it is going to stay open and is not going to close until it exits out the animal. So this is about an 1.5 to 2 inch cut. Worked pretty good. I've never had any issue with them. There is a little area, a little screw down here that you need to check every once in a while to make sure they're nice and tight. But other than that, this is basic stuff that you need to get started in bow hunting. It'll work for you. Only thing you got to do is practice, practice, practice. I had someone ask me the other day, they're getting a new bow, and what were some recommendations? I told them the best thing to do is practice, 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 practice standing up, practice sitting down, practice shooting from an elevated position until that muscle memory is second nature. Once you know that, it's easier to harvest something. But these are some of the things that I recommend. Again, some folks will go a little bit farther in getting specialized stuff. And what I mean by specialized stuff, I mean your stabilizer here. This is an old one I have. It's two that I put together. It works for me. I am on point with this every time. I've actually stacked arrows with this thing. So I really don't, I don't change up a lot unless I get a brand new bow. But I've had this one for a number of years and it works for me. So if you have any questions, IM me. Or for those of you who have my number, give me a call. If I don't know, I'll find somebody that does. You guys be safe out there, and I'll see you in the field. Have a good day.